These are the craziest cartoon secrets that you never noticed.
Everyone knows that SpongeBob and Patrick usually need water helmets to stay alive in Sandy's dome. But in a lot of scenes, when they're pranking Sandy, they're not even wearing water helmets.
Ooh, caught.
So I was watching The Incredibles, and I noticed this.
Oh, okay.
I love this scene.
Wait a minute.
What?
Don't y'all see that car right there? That car looks very familiar. Well, that car is really Doc Hudson.
No way!
The car for the movie
Really?
Cars. How come I just
Dude,
noticed
how
this?
did they add that and nobody noticed? Doc Hudson is in The Incredibles.
Who would have ever noticed that they put a cartoon inside another cartoon? That's multiple cartoons.
Genius.
Did you know, in Tom and Jerry, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, made in 2017, the animators added a little girl getting bonked in the face by the
Wait.
bar arm. This is actually a reference to the original
Stop.
Willy Wonka
No way.
movie.
It's exactly like the movie.
Oh, wait, they left that accident in the movie and then they added it to a cartoon?
That's actually hilarious.
I never noticed that the first time I saw that.
It took me 23 years to notice something incredible
no.
in Pixar movies. In Monsters, Inc. released in 2001, there's a scene where Boo gives Sully several toys and one of them is Nemo.
Stop!
The main character of Finding Nemo that came out 2 years later.
Wait.
Then I started watching Finding
They
Nemo
hinted
and I
Nemo
noticed that in
before
the
it
scene
came
where
out?
the dentist is attacked by Nigel, a kid in the dentist waiting room is reading a comic book featuring The Incredibles, a reference to a movie that was released the next year in 2004. But it doesn't end here.
They're
The
secretly
movie
hinting at the
continues back
movies
to
in
Ratatouille,
advance.
where in Linguini's room
Dude, the way that I never noticed these things makes me feel so dumb.
WALL-E and started to notice a reference to next Pixar movie. We see that WALL-E spent a significant part of his life surrounded by trash.
What?
And among all the objects he kept at home was one that belonged to Carl Fredricksen, the protagonist of Pixar's next movie Up.
Dude, it's like all of these movies are interconnected.
The hinting goes crazy.
And the fact that we never saw that the first time is insane.
Somebody was watching the movie Pets and found Gru from the Minions.
No way.
Wait, what?
Cat.
Stop, he's right there!
Wait, it's actually him.
Dude, what?
Whose idea was it to add all these characters inside other movies?
So apparently
That's definitely
this is
Pikachu.
not
No, the
Pikachu.
tail's wrong.
Take a look at him. Does anything
Nah.
look off? Anything at all? Well, it was his tail. The end of his tail has never been black. I refuse to believe this. This Mandela
I
effect
almost thought it was
is making me go
Raichu for a
crazy.
second.
No, one time I was searching up the Mandela effect and I actually saw this about Pikachu, so I actually did know this.
Did you know this hidden detail in Zootopia?
What?
In this particular scene, you will actually see a family of elephants walking down the street.
Okay.
Wait. That can't be Anna and Elsa?
As elephants? Wait, that's actually hilarious.
I was watching Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and realized something.
Okay.
In this scene, the Team Rocket are looking for underwater treasure. In a group of tentacles, they find something that glitters, but let's listen to what they say. Referring to the jewel they make references to most Pokemon games.
Dude, that's crazy.
I literally have played every single one of those games and I've watched this before and I never noticed that.
I found an animation flaw in this episode. Okay, is it the tail?
I'm watching closely.
I don't see anything. Did you see that? No. Let me slow it
I
down.
did not see it.
Is it the tail?
Maybe the head turned.
Oh, wait, I think I saw it. Wait, what? Look at that little pony in the back. Now look at its head.
Oh, I thought it was the one underneath it turning its head. Its head literally changed.
Stop, I thought it was the tail dragging on the floor, but no, that's actually a really funny animation fail.
Part 3 of Revealing Disney Secrets, and I think this one went viral on TikTok recently. On some movies, Disney does reuse animation.
No way.
But despite popular belief, it's not to save time. or
Stop.
money. You can
They're
see
moving in the
reused
exact same
animation
way.
from Jungle Book, Robin Hood,
Wait,
Sword
do
and
they do
Stone,
that so
Winnie
we
the Pooh,
remember
100
it?
Dalmatians, and Aristocats.
I have no idea why.
According to Disney
I never
legend Floyd
even noticed
Norman,
this.
This was because of director Wooly Reitherman. He said that it's actually harder and takes longer to redraw an existing sequence. It's a lot faster and easier to just do new animation, and it's a lot more fun
Stop.
for animators. But director Wooly Reitherman liked
It's literally like the same dance moves.
would work. So it wasn't done to save money or time, and it wasn't the animators being lazy. It was just Wooly
Wait.
Reitherman. One movie not directed by Wooly was Beauty and the Beast, and this movie
So this
does
was
have
all
a
on
release scene.
purpose?
The ballroom scene is
I feel like this was definitely to save money, but apparently not.
Definitely looks like it would save time, but like,
I don't understand why they would do that.
In Frozen,
I
if
love
you
that
press
movie.
pause at 9 minutes and 25 seconds, you'll spot the most famous character in Disney history. It happens at the beginning of the movie, during the song Do You Want to Build a Snowman,
Stop.
which everyone had
Who's
stuck
the
in their
most
head for
popular?
like
I
7
need to know.
months. Right at the
Winnie the
moment when
Pooh?
young
I don't
Anna's
know.
waiting for her sister Elsa watching the clock. Pause. Look
No?
closely to the left on the top shelf of the large cabinet.
is
You can up the
No!
brightness on your screen, otherwise you might miss it. Do you see anything interesting? Yep, it's
That's
a small doll of Mickey
insane!
Mouse.
I
The
would have
one
never
and
noticed
only
that one.
Disney mascot. At 36 minutes and 38 seconds, though this second
Dude, you really gotta zoom to find these things.
Dude, they're
Now that
literally
you know the
hiding
time
Mickey
code,
Mouse
see if
in
you can spot
Frozen?
any other Mickey.
Samurai Jack takes place in Townsville.
No, it doesn't.
There is a theory that Samurai Jack takes place in the future apocalyptic home of the Powerpuff Girls.
What?
The theory also states that Samurai Jack and
No.
Professor
Cap.
Utonium are related, as in the
Wait,
professor is a
I feel like
descendant
that
of
makes sense.
Samurai Jack. There is evidence for the theory. For example, there are landmarks that are shared between the two shows. Also,
Oh
the
my
professor
goodness.
and Jack look very much alike. For
I could see
example,
that.
skin tone, shape of their head, eye color, and hair color.
Wait.
That actually
Here
looked
is the
extremely
evidence
close.
so that you
The
can
shapes of their
compare.
head actually does match, though.
And the scenes, they actually look very similar.
Each character's gift is also represented in their
How?
clothing. Luisa's skirt and bracelets have
Oh.
miniature dumbbells. Isabella has an intricate flower design
What?
on her dress. Abuela Alma's dress features the mountains of the
I never
Encanto.
noticed this.
Julieta has a mortar and
Dude!
pestle signifying her healing gift. Camilo has chameleons on his outfit. Little Antonio has various animals on his
What?
clothes. Tia Peppa has bright golden sun earrings. Dolores has
Oh
small
my
sound waves across
goodness.
her dress. And even Tio, Bruno, has small hourglasses
What?
across his Ruana. For the family members who don't have magical gifts, well, Mirabelle incorporates all of her family's gifts in her clothing. With
Wait.
each family
All
member's
those
symbol embroidered
details?
into her skirt. And her father,
The
Agustin,
way that they
actually
made this so
features all
obvious
three
and
of
I
his
never
daughter's
noticed.
personalities in his outfit. He has a small flower on his vest pocket for Isabella, one sock
Dude.
featuring Luisa's weights, and the other sock features Mirabelle's
The
embroidery
way they
design.
put so much detail into this, and people probably never notice. And by people, I mean me.
Yeah, I definitely overlooked that.
It took me 15 years to
love
realize
Shrek.
something disturbing about Lord Farquaad. Wait for it. Nearly every character in Shrek is based on a fairy tale.
Okay.
The big bad wolf.
That is true, actually.
3 blind mice. Even the Little Mermaid. But here's the real question. Who exactly is Lord Farquaad based on? Look closely. The black bob haircut, the puffed sleeves.
Mickey Mouse?
And that enchanted mirror.
Maybe.
Where have we seen that before?
Wait.
The same sleeves, the same
No.
mirror, even
way.
the same hairstyle.
Stop.
It all points back to Snow White, which means
There's no way.
Snow White could secretly be Farquaad's mother.
How?
But then, why is Farquaad so sure?
Exactly.
That's when it hit me. He might have gotten it from one of the 7 dwarfs. And his attitude, it's just like Grumpy's.
No!
They even wear the same belt.
Wait.
Which means Farquaad isn't just evil. He's the forbidden child of a dwarf and a princess.
Stop. That's actually so hilarious.
I have no idea if that's true or not, but if that is true, that is funny.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
He is super short, and he is super grumpy.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
I was today years old when I found out that one of the most iconic cartoons of the 90s was created by a 24-year-old and was originally called the Whoop Girls. Exhibit A.
I make cartoons. I make the Powerpuff Girls about these 3 little kindergarten-age superheroes who fly around and beat up bad guys.
But the origin story of how the Powerpuff Girls came to be is even more legendary. They were born on a
No
birthday
way.
card. This
What?
is how a 24-year-old's doodle on his brother's birthday card turned into a global phenomenon that would change cartoons
My sister used to
forever.
love this.
In 1991, Craig McCracken was trying to design a superhero film featuring a very specific 50s mid-century modern cartoon style, when his mom asked him to do something that would accidentally make animation history, make his brother's birthday card. While doodling ideas, he sketched 3 little girls holding hands with huge eyes, inspired by Margaret Keane paintings. He gave each girl a distinct look while still making them feel like a unit. And Blossom,
Kind of impressive,
Bubbles,
honestly,
and
to
Buttercup
freehand
were
that.
born. The concept was brilliantly contradictory. Cute, Hello Kitty style characters who beat up bad guys. But they weren't always called the Powerpuff Girls. The original name was Whoop Girls, but he quickly had to change the name after several complaints. When the pilot aired in '95 under its new name, it tested terribly. Kids absolutely hated it. They said, quote, it was the worst cartoon ever
No
made,
way,
and whoever made
seriously?
it should be fired. Instead of giving up, McCracken worked on Dexter's laboratory, honing his skills. Then Cartoon Network came calling. They wanted to give Powerpuff Girls another shot, and they wanted McCracken to lead it. For round 2, McCracken poured everything into the show. In many ways, he became the real-life Professor Utonium, obsessing over every detail of his creation. Like, did you know that their hands are intentionally shaped
They
like
don't have
butter
fingers.
knives? That is the level of thought that went into it. The show's massive success shocked even McCracken himself, leading to other hit shows, including one of my absolute favorites.
Wait, I didn't know
growing
he
up,
made that
Foster's
too.
Imaginary
Dude,
Friends. Not
this
bad
person
for
is
something
so
that started
creative.
as a birthday card doodle.
I can't
Happy
believe people hated the Powerpuff Girls when it first came out. That seems illegal.
Did you know SpongeBob's mom cheated on his dad? Well, haven't you wondered why SpongeBob is square but both of his parents are round? On top of that, look at the skin color. SpongeBob clearly doesn't match either of them, and not even his grandmother looks like him. He doesn't look like anyone on his dad's side. I also suspect the dad might have known because he got mad at SpongeBob's mom
All right,
a lot.
now
it
that's
also makes
reaching.
sense why his parents rarely ever visit SpongeBob. If you pay attention, the dad never really looks happy or smiles, and it's definitely not adoption
I
because
feel
we
like
saw
this is
SpongeBob
not
born at the
true.
hospital earlier. But SpongeBob looks nothing like his dad. His mom has some explaining to do. That's why I asked.
Wait, he really is square and they are both circles. That part actually doesn't make sense.
We're watching The Little Mermaid, and my daughter goes, Mommy, look who it is. Stop it.
Wait, the kid found
I
this
cannot
secret?
believe she saw this. Who is it? Who is it?
What? How did she notice that? And I never even noticed that.
And Donald.
What?
And they're like in a crowd of people and everything. Like, it must not be that secret if she spotted it.
Or she's just a genius because she's noticing little details that nobody thinks about.
She spotted that like, where's Waldo?
Okay, so apparently in Peppa Pig, there's only 4 family members, but there's always a secret little pig hiding. And this mom didn't believe it until she got the puzzle and realized there's actually 5.
Do you know the Pixar theory about Jack Jack's connection to Monsters,
No.
Inc? So as we know from The Incredibles and Incredibles 2, Jack Jack is the baby that has a lot of powers, including the ability to jump in and out of
Got the same name as me.
But where does he end up going? Well, there's a theory out there that suggests that Jack Jack actually jumps into Metropolis. And one thing that definitely sticks out is that monsters are terrified of children in this universe. And this theory suggests that the monster's fears are actually based on some truth. And it's actually that Jack Jack was the reason for all of it. And there's definitely some proof. When Mike and Sully are looking for Boo when she's loose in the sushi restaurant, later that night they see a news report on TV where the reporters interview 2 monsters that report some strange incidents. The first monster says,
Well, a kid flew right over me and blasted the car with its laser vision.
while the second monster says,
I tried to run from it, but it picked me up with its power.
this sounds like a baby that we all know. Share this with a friend that might not know this.
Baby Jack Jack just ruining people's lives out here.
Within Wally's trash-filled Earth lies a good amount of Easter eggs, like the Pizza Planet pizzas
I've never heard
from
this.
the movie Toy Story, or Skinner Scooter from Ratatouille. But one of my
I do.
favorite eggs would be spotted when Wally and Eve are leaving Earth's atmosphere. This random piece of space garbage that you see right here is actually not a random piece of space garbage. No, in fact, it's Sputnik 1, the first artificial Earth satellite that was launched into space by the Soviet space program on October 4th, 1957. This 184-pound satellite
I do
was
remember
floating
that.
500 miles above the Earth and
Yeah.
was traveling at speeds of around 18,000 miles per hour, meaning it was circling the Earth every 96 minutes. After it completed 1,440 orbits around the Earth, Sputnik burned up upon re-entry on January 4th, 1958. So the fact that we're seeing it still orbiting Earth in the year 2805.
I do know what he's talking about.
That's interesting to say the least.
Dude, at first I was like, actually no, that's reaching. But now I'm like, wait a minute.
Could be true.
Did you know the Pizza Planet truck from Toy Story has been in every Disney movie since 1995?
That's cap.
Obviously it's in Toy Story, but you can also see it here in A Bug's Life next to the Sparky, or here in Toy Story 2 when Buzz Lightyear actually drives them.
What?
And then in Monsters Inc. when
That
the
is
animators
insane.
basically use the same scene from A Bug's Life. And then if you pause right here in Nemo, you can see the Pizza Planet truck right outside the aquarium. And then they actually give it a face and everything in Cars
On the
where you
left.
can see it right here. And then it gets harder to find
Bro.
Ratatouille, but if you look closely on this bridge, you can kind of
I
make
see
out the
it!
truck to right. But then it gets easier in WALL-E where we can see a really beat up version of the truck. And then in Up, you can actually see it 3 different times. Once here while they are flying over the city.
I
and
wonder
once
why
more
it's
the
in
city
so many
and
different
this part.
movies.
And then in Toy Story 3,
I kind of
you can see
love how
Watto
they
and his
hide
gang
stuff like
driving.
that.
And in Cars 2, you can see it twice, one on the screen
Oh.
and another time here. But then in Brave, they made a truck out of wood.
Wait,
when
even in
Meredith goes to the
Brave?
witch's hut. Well, what about right next to this house in Monsters University?
saw it.
But they even put it in The Good Dinosaur, and I'll try and let you find out where it is.
I don't
and it's
see
kind
it.
of a stretch and really hard to see, but these rocks here kind of look like the truck.
I don't know about that
You can
one.
see
I don't know about that
underwater
one.
and Finding Dory here. And then again in Cars 3 during the Derby race. And then in the alleyway in Incredibles
Bro.
2. And even as a tattoo in Toy
Dude,
Story 4.
a tattoo? I would have never spotted that. It literally looked like dirt flew up on his leg.
That time on Shrek when Lord Farquaad had Mama Bear turned into a rug. Nice.
Oh, it must actually be her because you can tell she has the bow on and everything.
Watching Toy Story 3 when I noticed something.
All right, Woody, what about him? Like,
What did you notice?
all right, we got Buzz Lightyear switched into demo mode.
I don't really get it. What did you notice?
What's the reaction for?
Huh?
Okay, he has batteries in.
Why are we zooming in on a battery?
I've never seen that type of battery before.
What about it? WALL-E? Huh? Stop, is Buzz Lightyear from that store or just the batteries?
I'm confused now.
How is everything interconnected without us realizing everything is interconnected?
It's like an entire world of just the cartoons existing.
Dude, I am actually shook right now.
Did you see these Easter eggs in these Disney films? In Toy Story 4, one of the prizes in the background is Ernesto's guitar from Coco. Speaking of Coco, did you see The Incredibles in the Land of the Dead? And Linguini and Ratatouille can be seen wearing Incredibles boxers in this scene. And in Onward, during the restaurant scene, you can see Remy in
Bro,
the background.
I never noticed these things.
That's shocking.
It took me 10 years to realize The Little Mermaid, frozen and tangled arrow connected.
How?
We know Anna and Elsa's parents died in the shipwreck. Frozen director confirmed they were going to Rapunzel and Flynn's wedding. And later we see Rapunzel and
I didn't even
Flynn at the
notice that.
coronation of Elsa. But wait,
Huh?
since Arendelle is in Norway and they leave for Rapunzel's kingdom in Germany,
Wait.
the
Are you
shipwreck
kidding
happened
me?
in the Sea of Denmark. Right where the
Oh.
Little Mermaid is set, and that's the
Okay,
shipwreck
that took a
Ariel
lot of
sees
thought
at
to
the
connect
beginning of the
everything like that.
Wait, but it literally makes so much sense, and it's kind of getting freaky that these things are all connected.
And they could pop up in more movies in the future.
And all these movies could be hinting to future movies that we don't even know about yet.
So there's a theory that Bikini Bottom is actually based off a real nuclear testing ground. So you guys know that one picture in the intro of SpongeBob with the palm tree on the island? So that picture is from a real place called Bikini Atoll. A series of 23 nuclear weapons were actually tested at this facility. And the theory goes that Bikini Bottom is a result
That's what I
of
was
all of the
thinking.
nuclear tests and the radiation affecting all of the sea creatures in the water. Now looking back, you guys remember that one episode where SpongeBob goes to the crevice of Rock Bottom, a city a little bit deeper away from Bikini Bottom. And when SpongeBob is there, you can clearly see all of those sea creatures a little bit more mutated and scarier looking. So what if that whole crevice of Rock Bottom is where the nuclear weapons would have hit, creating that huge hole in the ocean and affecting all of those sea creatures to look really weird and even speak that really weird language that go, You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, all of these things
still exist.
Did you know that in Inside Out 2, when Joy gives Sadness the binoculars to look at Family
What about
Island,
it?
we can see that the binoculars are
Wait.
actually Lenny from Toy Story.
It does look the exact same.
Do you ever question why Professor Utonium from Powerpuff Girls was trying to make 3
No,
girls?
never.
No, actually. What if I told you there's a perfectly explained in-world reason why he created the Powerpuff Girls? It's an actual explanation? Yes, and the reason why Professor Utonium wanted to create 3 Powerpuff Girls is because of a time loop. Time loop? Exactly. When Professor Utonium was little, he was actually a very bad troublemaker. Then one day a green monkey
Mojo
came
Jojo.
and tried to destroy his life when 3 Powerpuff Girls popped through a time portal and saved him. Okay. Professor Utonium creating the Powerpuff Girls inspired him to create the Powerpuff Girls.
Wait.
He was looking out for himself in the future.
Did you know Belle appears in 2 Disney
No, not at
movies?
all.
Belle is obviously in Beauty and the Beast, but what other Disney movie did they hide her in? Popcorn Secrets fans know that Beauty and the Beast takes place in France and was made in 1991, but there's another movie
Which
that
one?
she's in that takes place in France, made a few years later. You can see right here in the plaza in the film Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Wait.
Belle is walking around.
I
caught
didn't
up
even
in a
know
book
that, and
once
Belle is
again.
literally my favorite princess.
And I literally have seen the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I never noticed that either.
That's wild.
So I bet a lot of y'all didn't know that we actually got to see Beast Boy without his green skin in Teen Titans. And yes, I'm dead serious. We did, y'all just missed it. I know some of y'all probably thinking, what episode am I talking
Yeah.
about? When did this happen? Or y'all just think I'm flat out lying.
No, he got the Nickelodeon hoodie on, I believe him.
Episode of Teen Titans. I'm talking about the movie
I need
Teen
proof.
Titans Trouble in Tokyo. So when we see this glimpse of regular Beast Boy, it happens while Starfire is playing the Guitar Hero as
Okay.
and you gotta pay close attention to this moment right here where Robin is awkwardly watching Starfire play the
Okay.
game. We're gonna ignore the old man Billy cameo right there, even though that's pretty cool as well. But let me show y'all where we see regular skin tone. Beast
Show
Boy.
us. Wait, he's even wearing
Right
the
there
same
on the left
outfit.
side, that is so definitely Beast Boy.
Bruh.
I don't even think we can call him Beast Boy right here. This is Garfield Logan.
That's crazy.
Look at this character close up and try telling me that this is not Beast
I feel like that's definitely
Come on
him.
now, I dare y'all try to tell me this.
I can see how he sees it.
Best Easter egg I have found so far. Timon and Pumbaa fighting alongside Stitch and his cousins? Wait. Where?
I love Stitch.
No! Oh my goodness!
That's super hard to find. You would have had to look really close to see that. If you just learned a secret you didn't know, subscribe and check out one of these videos.